What's up, guys? Yeah, don't do a video on holidays about their origins. Duly noted. Um, it's November 5th, and guess what? Guy Fawkes. You guys remember V for Vendetta? Interesting fact about today. Guy Fawkes, rebel fighter for the Catholics, want to blow up Parliament with gunpowder. Yeah, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason. That little jingle that V for Vendetta said. Anyway, yeah, the plan didn't work out. Didn't like the fuse. Got caught and butchered pretty much. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to kind of throw that out there. You know, I'm sure you guys knew it already. If you've seen the movie, you obviously know the whole November 5th deal. But yeah, thought that was interesting. Anyway, guess what? I forgot to mention this throughout any of my videos. I never owned a Sega unit, a Sega game console. Crazy, right? So, quick story recap. When I started getting into games, my first ever game console was Super Nintendo. It was fun, played the hell out of it. Next up was N64, still in the whole Nintendo realm. And then soon after that was PlayStation, original. Bought it used, actually, with Metal Gear Solid. Didn't come as a bundle, I just bought them at the same time. Enjoyed the heck out of that, and then so also, PlayStation 2, 3. I've been, loyal to PlayStation ever since. Not to Sega. I skipped out on Dreamcast and all of Microsoft. Not against them. I just really didn't have any interest at this point. Yeah, my loyalty, my flag was for Sony. So yeah, that's that. I even had stock in Sony at one point. Anyway, it's not that I hate Sega. I mean, Sega had a lot of heavy hitters. I mean, I guess the biggest, if you were a Genesis guy, my mind's drawing a blank right now because I'm tired. Sonic the Hedgehog, duh. Um, yeah, and probably so many more titles after that. Street Fighter, so on and so forth. Anyway, I don't know why, to be honest with you. I never grabbed one myself. I mean, now, they got some company, or companies, started doing those little mini consoles that didn't really last too long. But it was fun. It was cool. And yeah, I got a chance to play with that a little bit. But yeah, throughout growing up till now, I never really owned a Sega system. Really interested though in the Sega Saturn because it was like CD, and they had a special Sega Resident Evil. I had like a hidden, not a hidden character, like a bonus character that was exclusive just to the Sega Saturn. So that was kind of cool. I think it was called like the Crimson Zombie or something. I don't know, but I did dive deep in a lot of Sega arcade stuff. Virtua Fighter, Virtua Cop 2, Jurassic Park, Star Wars Arcade. Oh God, Zombie Revenge. Oh, and one of my personal favorites, House of the Dead. I can't tell you how many quarters I wasted playing that game. In fact, I love House of the Dead so much, and its sequels. There used to be this gamer magazine, so like when you would go to GameStop or Funko Land or whatever, so right in the front would be all like the Game Informer magazines, and one of them was called Tips and Tricks. So I in the back of them I would have like cheat codes and stuff. Remember cheat codes? Remember Game Shark? Good times. So in the back it was like an arcade special, I think, where you could do codes for arcade games. Lo and behold, I did not know that. I mean, I kind of figured with the joystick ones, but like a light gun game, how do you know? So apparently, you gotta ante up a little more cash and use both light guns, and like the triggers would be like the left and right, like on a game controller. And I mean, these codes weren't nothing to really cry home about. I think it was like, get like extra stuff, extra health items, or I think it was like different clothing for your character. But played a lot of Sega arcade stuff, and it was just like I think it was like the blocky Polygon. That was kind of like interested in me because the only thing that came close to that, because I remember I went from Nintendo to Sony. Nintendo N64, which was good, at the time, but PlayStation just kind of blew me away. And it did kind of, PlayStation was a lot better than Sega Saturn, but I always liked Sega Saturn for the light gun games and stuff and the arcade stuff. It was just, it was fun. It was cool. And, I don't know why they just kind of like died off. Sega like that. I remember a lot of people getting the Dreamcast when it was available. And, it looked really enticing. I was like, man, I should really get this. But I held out for the PlayStation 2. And I got that instead. So, that was cool. But, yeah, Dreamcast was Dreamcast. At the time, it was king. And then Sega just kind of faded. Really surprised Nintendo's hanging in there, to be honest with you. But, I guess there's an appeal, especially to kids. They have other games on there that are adult, I'm just saying. Nintendo's always been like a household game name, so really don't see that going away. But for serious gamers, it'll always be, I think, PlayStation and Xbox. But I think if Sega got into the business again, people would be like, "Oh, what's this about?" Maybe try and compete, but who knows? I don't know. Whatever the deal is, but they still make games, so. But yeah, man, it was fun. It was fun. I think light gun games in general were just like exciting. The shoot outside the screen, reload like Area 51, Time Crisis. I don't know. It was fun, and I remember playing at a lot of where I grew up. There's a lot of casinos. It wasn't Vegas. It was Atlantic City. I grew up in Brigantine. It was anyway. When I would go there, like as a family, I spent a lot of time in the game room. And, I wanted the games with the tickets, but I was an arcade kind of person, so a lot of Mortal Kombat and a lot of House of the Dead. And, I think every, slot, when you beat a game, you, put your name on which rank. I think I must have filled in, every slot. So, yeah. And throughout the years, all the House of the Dead sequels, I was able to play, except for the ones that were ported to the game consoles. I know PlayStation picked up a couple, so that was kind of cool. I saw gameplay live, so it's cool. I'm glad there's the movies were. I would avoid that. I would just I'd rather you watch someone play the game on YouTube than watch the movie. Not saying it's too bad, but come on. But you can't really beat it. It's a game where you're playing a detective fighting zombies. You have to save medical staff or whatever they look like. I don't know. If you guys played House of the Dead, any of them, you know what I'm talking about. Throughout the missions, you have to fight these crazy creature bosses and save hostages that are being attacked by zombies. If you save them, you get a little health kit. So it was fun. It was cool. I always appreciated good arcade games. Like I said, more of the action stuff, not so much the fighting stuff. I liked Mortal Kombat. I like Street Fighter, but wasn't that much into them. Like I said, it was more give me a gun or whatever, silent scope. We with the sniper rifle. I played that in a movie theater, I think. But yeah, good times. It's good reminiscing about arcade games. I don't know if there's many arcades left, but those were good times when I played them, especially House of the Dead. But yeah, Sega never really, like I said, I don't know why I never grabbed this system. I guess because through the transition, I had the choice of picking, I guess, between Sega Saturn and PlayStation, but PlayStation was just more ready available and just big, and had Metal Gear Solid on it, so kind of wins. But yeah, I always thought that was interesting because I know a few people, even if they weren't game players, they had a Sega or something close to it, Sega CD or Genesis, whatever. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. Never owned one, but like I said, I appreciate it just like the other consoles. Um, and I think if they were to go back into the game of making consoles or something, I think they would probably have a good chance. Because why not? See what happens. Especially now, people are not doing much of anything, because of the pandemic. So a lot of gaming going on. So, but yeah, just wanted to share that story with you guys. Thought that was pretty interesting. It's like never eating bread. Not that extreme, but like not doing something that everyone else did. And you're like, well, that's weird. How come you never did that? I don't know. It's just one of those things in history, growing up. But yeah, nonetheless, I do appreciate Sega for all the awesomeness it's given us over the years. Arcade games and consoles. But yeah, that's all I got. Not sure what the next topic is going to be. Like I said, I'm going to slowly migrate to a new channel when I get the chance. And yeah, see how that goes. Alright, guys, thanks for listening. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sane, most importantly. Alright, guys. Peace. See you next time.